Camp vibes right now. Got the fairy lights. I'm in the van, my friends. Road trip energies. If you're new here, I'm Susie and I help people ascend, okay? It's all about enlightenment, it's about healing, it's about ascension, it's about becoming the greatest version of you at this time as the earth goes through this profound shift. So if you resonate, feel free to subscribe and check out the frequencies here on my channel and drop me a comment. I'd love to hear from you. I just wait for some people to jump on the live stream. YouTube's so shonky. Like, some people don't even receive notifications. Some people I actually physically know don't even get notified of my live streams, sometimes like 3 days later. It is what it is. What can I do? All I can do is just be in the present moment. That's crucial at this time, my friends, okay? We're shifting and we're ascending. And it's important right now to maintain our frequency, okay? To hold our frequency. Because you're choosing to ascend, okay? You're choosing to rise above the matrix. You're choosing your sovereignty, because we are sovereign beings. We don't need permission slips from the government man. We don't need permission slips from that snake system, okay? And all those systems are crumbling, because the truth will set you free. And maintaining your frequency as you discover the truth, okay? That's what you want to do at this time, because more truths will start to surface. And humanity is going to be exposed to more truths of corruption and things that's been going on externally out there. And we can choose to feed the chaos energy, or we can choose to maintain our own frequency, because it's our frequency that keeps Earth lit at this time. This is why I teach presence and cultivating your heart center, so we operate from a high frequency. We help the Earth elevate into the higher realms. So as more truth is being exposed, and your higher self and the universe are bringing more things into your awareness, okay? Can you receive the new information that's coming to you from a place of presence? You got to watch that ego. So when the universe has just put some more information on your path into your awareness, maybe you're having downloads, you're receiving downloads at this time, okay? Because you're opening up more. The third eye, your crown is developing more, and you're receiving downloads. Are you able to maintain your frequency as more truth comes your way? Make that part of your spiritual practice at this time, my friends. Hello, Deborah, sister. How are you doing today? I hope you're well. Is the lighting okay? I'm in the van here. Hope the lighting's not too bad. Got the fairy lights going on here. It's a vibe. But it's been a week since I've done a live stream, so I was a little bit tired at the moment. So I thought I'm going to jump on and spread some love. Because it's important at this time, my friends, okay? To maintain our inner frequency, okay? Oh, that's good. That's good, sister. I hope you're well. Okay, and the thing is, okay, a lot of people, they're not choosing ascension, okay? They're still, that's nice, they're still plugged into the matrix, okay? It's not their fault, it's their level of awareness, it's their consciousness. So it's not their fault. So firstly, know that. Don't get around in the spiritual ego, oh, like I'm better than this person because I'm floating on 5D or whatever. No, we don't get out like that. Hello, precious. Good to see you here. You see, but it's maintaining our frequency, because a lot of people out there right now, they are being triggered. People are getting triggered by your light because you're doing the inner work. You're walking confidently. You're standing solid. But a lot of people are going to get triggered by your frequency. It's just because they've got a lot of shadow within. You're actively doing the inner work. You are facing the shadows. Shadows get lit around here, my friends. We don't play about here. This tribe here is solid. You know who you are. And welcome to the new subscribers. Thank you for being here and supporting my work, and open yourself up to my teachings and to this frequency of unity, of love, of consciousness, of awareness, of presence. This is where deep, true healing takes place, not just for you, but for your bloodline, for the future generations to come, for Mother Earth, us as a species, the whole planet, the plant nation, the animal kingdom. We're rising above the snake system. The draconian system right now is being exposed more and more. A lot of people are realizing, okay, this world has been run by the draconian reptilian system. those frequencies, okay? So if this is new to your awareness, okay, just stay present. Because, when things come to your awareness, it means you're ready to receive that sort of information now. And please use discernment. You don't have to go off everything I say. You trust your intuition. When you're out there and you're watching spiritual teachers, you're watching all these people out there, everyone's got their part to say. Everyone holds their own frequency. But always use spiritual discernment. It's very important. Don't just take in what this person's saying and believe that. Tune in now. Tune into their frequency. Tune into their energy. Yeah? You tune into their energy? What's your intuition telling you? You go off your intuition. I've said this many times before. The more you trust your intuition, it gets stronger. Like when you're training a muscle at gym, it gets more stronger. Your intuition is the same. The more you trust your intuition, the more enhanced it becomes. Okay, the more stronger it becomes. People can't fool you anymore. You get around like that. Matrix man, government man, all that, trying to pull more stunts and pull all these more fear agendas and stuff out there. You maintain your frequency through spiritual discernment, through sharpened intuition. You develop your third eye, maintain your frequency now through these changing times as the matrix shifts. As you shift out of the matrix, maintain your frequency through your diet is essential. It's essential. Yeah, sometimes we slip, we go backwards and we choose to eat some matrix packaged foods. But it's those matrix packaged foods that are not one single ingredient foods, my friends. There's like 20, 30, 40, 50 plus ingredients in these packet foods. They are third eye blocks. Okay, they're filled with parasites. They feed the parasites in the body. Okay, it's designed this way. You look around, you're waking up more and more. You're realizing, wow, I've been eating this. You're realizing, wow, I've been drinking the tap water that's filled with fluoride. Wow, you're waking up more and more. You're realizing, wow, unbelievable. Yeah, I've been putting this skincare lotion on and it's filled with toxic chemicals. Wow. You wonder why you're aging when you're just trying to be young and youthful, right? So pay attention to all the things out there that are designed to lower your frequency. Okay? Big tech. Big tech owns people's fingertips, scrolling. There are people on the scroll 24/7. Some people are so much in the scroll, okay, that they're leaking energy. 5G towers. That's a frequency you don't want to be near. Okay? If you need to use the technology, you limit yourself on it because that's the frequency that's affecting your electromagnetic field. We are energy, my friends. We hold our frequency. Okay, so you're around the 5G towers, and now people using the phones, the screens, the laptops. It's on their body now. I seen a woman at the store the other day. She had the mobile phone here on her breast. You know how chicks do that, or even guys, they put it in their back pocket. Okay, the phone's sitting there. This is how people get breast cancer because the radiation that's coming out of the phone is sitting here now. Okay, it affects the body. People are losing hair more and more and more. I was talking to a woman the other day, and her job is a sonographer, so she does the ultrasounds on people. Okay, and I asked as a healer, I said, I'm curious to know what's the most common ultrasound that you do and you give, and she said pelvic. A lot of women they're doing having a lot of pelvic issues. Okay, why? Because a lot of certain vaccination agendas, 5G towers, people laying there. Okay, got the phone on their body. Yeah, all these sort of things. So we need to start being more wiser at this time. Microwaves, okay, maintain your frequency. You got to scan your life. You got to look around and see, where am I still acting unconsciously right now? It's not your fault because you were brought into the system. Okay, it's been corrupted. It's been really crazy for so long. Oh, hi sis, you can't really hear me that well. Sorry, I'll speak up a bit. I'm in the van. It's pretty like insulated, and I'm just up levels here. Just bear with me. So the microwave, okay, even you put in the microwave on, you have the microwave in your house, the frequency of the microwave, that's like radiation frequency. It's like a 5G tower. Now you're putting the food in the microwave, warming up the food in the microwave, that's zapping the nutrients out of your food. So you're pretty much eating dead food. So the nutrients, the vitamins and minerals. You're welcome, sister. Good to see you. Okay, you're getting zapped. So you're eating empty food. You're wondering why you're still hungry. Why you going to the doctors, B levels are down, zinc's down, copper, all these levels are up and down and stuff because you're being depleted. You see? So you have to be wise at this time and hold your frequency. Look around and scan your life, okay? Because it's a daily thing. We have to take self responsibility. We take self responsibility for our frequency at this time. We're the pillars of light assisting the earth through this shift. You chose ascension. It means you chose to rise above the matrix. You chose to transcend the ego. You chose to go and face all the shadows within and heal all the traumas within, dating all the way back to childhood, dating back to past lives. I'm talking generational. And some of you right now, you might resonate with this, a lot of generational curses right now being broken, and you'll know who you are. You'll be like, shit, yeah, something you've been fighting, yeah? An energy you've been fighting, something you've been working through for years and years. You're about to put your hands up like, come, what's up, spirit? Bang, you just finished a generational curse right there because of your dedication and hard work. And people are going to try to pull you into their old ass energy. People who are operating so deeply from their ego, okay? Remember this, egos feed egos. Someone's acting unconsciously. That's when you have to stay super present, not to feed their ego. Because then you're polluting the earth still. Think of it this way, my friends, as your motivation. Whenever you want to slide into your ego, think about like this, you're polluting the earth. Okay, you help the earth shift by maintaining your frequency. So when others are going to test you, yeah, like I said before, people are going to be triggered by your light. Okay, you're there and you're standing solid. You stand peaceful. A lot of people, it's not their fault. They're just not doing the inner work. Okay, jealousy and envy. Wow, that's huge. Me as a woman, I get a lot of that sort of energies from other women, the jealousy and envy. I see it in their eyes. They envy me. Well, I could sit there and play ego wars with them and give them some nonsense energetics back, but I don't have time for immature nonsense. I'll say that again. I don't have time for immature nonsense. I'm here for this shift, and help. I help pave the way and clear the way of light, the way, the heart way, the old school way. This ain't no new age spirituality. I'm old school. This is old school. This is how it was way back in the day, pre-flood days. Yeah? Before the snake system took over, before the draconian reptilian system took over our planet Earth and our people through gene manipulation, DNA manipulation. You see what I'm saying? Now you're realizing while you're doing the inner work, you're sitting there in your meditations and you're going in deeper and you're realizing, well, you've had those frequency fences all around you. You've seen the frequency fences fade away. You're feeling the energetic slide off you. Yeah, you maintain your frequency. No black magic sent your way. It gets bounced off your back because you're so present. You know what's coming, you know what's going. You live in the present moment. Yesterday's done. We can sit there and whinge about tomorrow. We can sit there and whinge about the past. The past is done. We can't go back. As heinous as it was, as sad as it was, as fucked up as it was, we can't go back. All we have is here in this now moment. And when the mind, the ego takes you to tomorrow to start worrying about how you're going to pay for that, or how you're going to do this, or how's this health going to restore, whatever, you're leaking energy. You maintain your frequency, you maintain your light by being in the present moment. When you're in the present moment, you're no longer operating from the ego. And then you're so present, you realize, be aware. Maybe you're someone who constantly whinging, complaining, and nagging all the time. You become more present and you realize, shit, wow, I whinge a lot or I nag a lot, all this sort of stuff. You see what I'm saying? My video quality is dipping in. That seems to be all good now, though. Okay, thanks for letting me know, beautiful sister. Thank you. Oh, sorry, Callum. I read Gidget. Sorry. Hi, Callum. Thanks for letting me know. Thank you. You see? So, others are going to test you, but in those moments, you take that breath and you breathe. Thank you. You breathe through it. Okay? Hi, Brian. You're late to class again, my bro. What's going on, huh? Good to see you too. You see? And that's the thing. Use all these opportunities, okay? When people are testing you, people, strangers you just meet, they want to arc up. They want to throw their dense energetics your way. Use those opportunities to deepen your presence power, because the more present that you are, you're generating more energy, you're generating more light, okay? You're generating more light. That's the real power there. And unfortunately, okay, a lot of people who are operating from their 3D still, from their ego still, they don't want to see people rise. They don't want to see people walk and tall and solid and staunch like you and spiritually equipped like you, because they feel not good enough. So at the end of the day, what can you do? All you can do is have compassion for them. You can see they're coming from broken places. You can see they're acting they're projecting their stuff because of their own wounds and stuff. Now, hang on, maybe you can learn something from us, but we can't make others learn. We can't make others. It's like you can't. If you're in kindergarten, you're not ready for high school, right? Look at it like that. So that's another energy leak there. Be mindful of that, because we get upset sometimes because we want our family member or our friend or you want your partner to be on the same frequency as you, but it's not going to happen that way. If their soul's chosen it, they'll be at where they're at. Everyone's at where they're at. So can you maintain your frequency, okay, by bringing yourself back to the present moment, back to breath, okay? Class in session, bro. By bringing yourself back to breath and not getting pulled. Like I said, egos feed egos. You don't want to be pulled by the ego. Be here. Just bring yourself back to the present moment, okay? When they're acting unconsciously and speaking unconsciously, people project their stuff and they raise their voice and they talk a certain way to you and they project their stuff and they're super sensitive and they're super triggered. Some people are just triggered all the time. That tells me there's a lot of inner work to do. So if you're one of those persons who's always constantly triggered, you need to sit down and be real with yourself. If you want to shift, you have a choice though. But if you want to shift, be real with yourself, my brothers and sisters. Get a pen and pad out. Write down what's triggering you then. Why do you feel triggered in this moment? Backtrack it. Have a look. You'll understand it real quickly. You'll be like, shit. So the next time that happens, you're coming from a place of empowerment, not a victim. You're not a victim. You're coming from a place of empowerment now. You come from a place of healing. You'll heal now. You'll heal that part of you. The inner wounded child needs healing. That's the inner wounded child, okay, needs the attention. So you're getting triggered now because someone's more confident than you, or you're getting triggered now because whatever. Yeah, be real with yourself, yeah? Don't spiritual bypass, okay? Because that's the thing. We can sit there and we can partake in the matrix. We can just go along with the crowd, but you didn't come here to just go along with the crowd. You come here to bust the fallacies. You come here to shift. You come here to shine. You come here to lead others into the light. That's what you guys come here for. But we got to practice what we preach. And there's times, yes, you're going to be tested. People are going to try to pull you into their ego. That's when you delve in on your spiritual practice even more and you become more super, super present. Test you going out there in the matrix, because I was living rural, as you guys know. I've only been back in suburbia for like just a little over 3 weeks. I just recently got back from another road trip. And dudes, like for me, I'm like, okay, I practice what I preach. I've been a little bit tested in the matrix here, a lot of low vibrating energetics, okay, and I'm witnessing like more like cameras and things like Big Brother style here in the Matrix. Shit, I'm breathing through it. I recognized the triggers that popped up and I sat with those triggers and I thought, yeah, that's all that injustice triggers for me. How they oppressed and suppressed my family tree. Yeah, that's those triggers there. But in those moments, I transmute it. You know how? Because I'm present with it and I bring awareness to it and I understand it. So I don't have to continue to walk around angry at the system anymore. Yes, the system's fucked. Yes, the system's run by Freemasons. Yes, the system's run by the snake system, the reptilians, the draconian system. Yes, but karma's karma. Okay? Every energy you put out there, okay, you receive it back. You maintain your frequency, you put the good energy out, that's the good energy that's going to come back your way, is what I'm trying to say. So watch, have a look in your life right now, scan your life right now. Are there any energy leaks? Strengthen your boundaries at this time, my friends. I'm telling you now, strengthen your boundaries at this time. You don't know anyone, nothing. You don't even own anyone explanation. You find yourself trying to explain yourself to someone. Why? You don't have to explain anyone. You're fucking powerful. You're sovereign. Don't explain yourself to anyone. Boundaries, tighten them up at this time. You don't know anyone, anything. You'll be good. Cruise like that. Okay? Cruise like that. Keep your business to you. You'll know who you can trust. You'll know who you can share your endeavors and your creative ideas with. Yeah? If you're an opportunist, yeah, get out there. Chase those opportunities still. Stay sharp. Because some people, they don't want what you want. Some people just happy cruising along in the matrix, stuck in the 9 to 5 grind. There's some people just happy with that lifestyle, eating the packaged matrix foods, doing the same shit every day, in and out. Like, it's depressing. But some people, they choose that. You want bigger and better things for you. Because we didn't come here to suffer. Hi, Richard. Stay real, 100%. You got to stay real. This time is about authenticity. People don't like authenticity because they get triggered because they don't even know how to be themselves. Look at everyone out there on the gram. I don't even use any of that. People out there comparing themselves to one another. It's all a show, man. It's all smoke and mirrors. It's all a show. Real knows real. When you know the frequency of real, you'll start to meet your tribe. You'll start to connect with people who are real. You look at them. Doesn't matter what they look like. You'll feel their frequency. You say, shit, this person here is real. This is a person who I can hang with. This is a person I can sip purple tea with, yeah? This person I can sit there and listen to some good music with or whatever. Because real is real. See? So maintain your frequency by being authentic because authenticity is a very high frequency. So is truth. And speak your truth at this time. Keep speaking your truth. If you're still struggling to speak your truth, work on the throat chakra. Simple as that. It doesn't have to be a 100-step crazy ass process. See your throat chakra, visualize it opening like that. Just do it like that. Simple. That's how I do shit. I don't play about. What? Because all this new age spiritual community decided to look at it like that. Try to make everything complicated. Let's complicate manifesting now. This is all our natural abilities. This is our birthright. Oh, let's complicate this now. Let's complicate that. Nothing needs to be complicated and nothing needs to be hard. When you know who you are as a God sovereign being, when you know who you are as a spirit having this earth walk, when you know who you are and you trust the creator, the universe most high, what? Why does it have to be hard then? If you're struggling, you have a block, you're struggling with it, you're you're not you need to cement your faith more. Cement your faith and trust more with the universe. You got those blocks and you don't even know how to get out of this slump that you've been in for weeks, for months, for days. Well then strengthen your connection then. Speak words into the universe. That's how powerful we are. We're conscious creators. What do you think they're pushing out all that stuff to lower your frequency? They're pushing out black magic out there through music. You heard some of the lyrics in the Matrix music these days? I'm very precise with the sort of music I listen to these days because a lot of it is nonsense. Okay? A lot of it is nonsense. It's subconscious programming. And the stuff they put on TV, Netflix, all these movies, all this stuff is nonsense. It's designed to harvest your energy. So how are you maintaining your frequency at this time? You got to scale your life, my friends. You got to have a look. Okay, have a look at the people in your life. Are there energy leaks there? You're going out and about in public, you're meeting new people. Okay, you're starting to put yourself out there a little bit more now. You've been on the healing journey, navigating through the dark night of soul, but you got to that point and you realize, well, shit, I don't need to be locked in all the time. I've got to get out there, still mix and mingle and go find some opportunities and follow your passions, follow your dreams, tick the boxes off your goals. But you're going to meet new people. And when you're meeting new people, it doesn't mean you need to go all in. You step back. Remember everything you learned over the years, all the training you went through, and just go all in. And sometimes, yeah, as a healer, you're so one love. Your frequency's lit. People come to you like a magnet. You probably know that Gidget sis because you're a healer too, right? People just come to you and they tell you their life story in 10 minutes. You got their whole life story now. That's a beautiful thing because, people need healers these days and that's what we're here for. But still, you need to maintain your frequency. You need to have stronger boundaries. Okay? Especially the time and place as well. Time and place. If you're more than happy to take bookings for that person to have a one-on-one, cool, you do that. It's time and place. You can't sit there if you're out and about doing your leisurely time or your gym time or whatever, and people coming to you now with their life story and stuff. You can back up. You can say, actually, look, I'm training right now. Maybe we can talk later. This is what I mean. You got to have those boundaries in place. Because some people, they just take. They're not conscious enough to stop and think, oh, even with my hair, for example, I'm out and about and people love my hair, okay? And I get comments all the time. But one thing I get a lot from other females, they're like, I love your hair, but they go and touch my hair. I'm like, don't touch my hair, please. This is my energy here. You just come up to me and start grabbing my hair. Dude, this is my energy. Okay? Boundaries. Sharpen your boundaries. Maintain your frequency. I'm standing in the supermarket line recently and people standing behind me and the person behind me was just so close to me. And I'm just blasting my energy out because I can feel the energy on mine, like clearing it. So step back. Can you please take a step back? You're a bit close to my energy. You see? So that's what I'm saying. At this time, maintain your frequency. Okay? December. Oh wow! Look, let's just talk about November for a moment because November was huge energetically. How many of you guys had big breakthroughs this past month? Big breakthroughs with your healing, generational curses quashed. Yeah, epiphanies, all these beautiful things. The amount of growth, blasted, bright brother, so much. And even the grief that's been coming up lately. I've been experiencing my fair share. I've been working through a bit of grief myself It's been big, sis, right? It's been huge. You guys know I love you guys so much. You guys are fucking onto it, eh? So onto it. So through all that, bang, your energy is raising even more and more. So you got to have sharper boundaries. You got to just slow down a little bit, scope your direction coming into the month of December. Because November, we did a big clearing. A lot of clearing took place. A lot of density got healed, right? A lot got released. And it's not to say that no more is going to be released. We go with the flow. We're in flow state, like my last video, maintaining flow state. We go with the flow. Whatever needs to shift, shift. However you shift energy. It's on the yoga mat, you're in the gym hitting weights, you're running, you're walking, you're yawning. However you shift energy, you shift energy. Keep daily practice, daily. Shift your energy daily. Don't stay stagnant at this time. It's super important. Energy is meant to be constantly shifting. So if you're finding where the density is too dense at the moment and you're going through a big dense purge cycle, still push yourself, okay? Even if it's just on the yoga mat, Pilates, whatever, Tai Chi, whatever you do, just push that a little bit. It's just, even if it's 10 minutes, because at least you're shifting energy. And if you're really super stuck, okay, go put the cold water in the shower and get under that, because that will shift your frequency real quickly. Okay, it'll give you a quick boost of energy too. You can go hot water, you can go cold water, hot water, cold water. Do that for a few rounds. It's going to shift your energy. Jump in the ocean, hug the trees, sit under the trees, connect to the tree energy, bring Mother Earth into your energy. Mother Gaia has your back. So November was heavy. There was a lot shifting there. But spiritually, you're enhancing more and more now. So you're going to start to experience, I'm telling you now, coming into this December, because you know how I was saying not long ago that AI Atlas, okay? AI Atlas was close to the sun. This was October there, okay? But I've been doing a lot more research lately in December. Okay, December apparently is coming closer in December, which is huge. And you think about this, okay, around the time of December as well, towards the end of December, December 21st is solstice, my friends. Okay, 21st of December. So that's that 3 day portal gateway of high vibrational frequency. Now, November, we just had the 3-Eye Atlas that was close, and we had those 6X class, 5 or 6X class solar flares in the space of a week. Now, please let me know here who experienced the third eye activations there. That's why a lot of people are calling it what are they calling it? Third eye atlas or whatever. But my personal experience, I tell you now, I've had a very developed third eye for a long time. But I tell you now, the upgrades on my third eye have been phenomenal. Phenomenal. And it's like, shit. It's like, and there's no limit. That's what I mean. We'll be levitating. Okay, so going into December, remember that we've got some big energies coming. So if the 3-Hour Atlas is how they're actually predicting is going to be closer to the sun by then, as we're going through the December solstice, the 21st, so the 20th, the 21st, the 22nd, that 3-way gateway, can you imagine the increased solar activity then with the X-class solar flares and all that? So I'm super excited because the upgrades that I had then and the purge, the grief that I've been experiencing lately, my friends, shit, it's been deep. It's been so intense. You know, when you experience, we all experience grief, okay, and we ride the waves, right? We miss our child, we miss our parents, whoever's in spirit, okay? Yes, it's fucking brutal sometimes. Excuse my French. I'm just passionate. It's brutal sometimes, right? But you hit those pockets sometimes that are so super dense. It's kind of like an anxious, it's like an anxiety at the same time where it's super intense for you on the floor, like shit, release it. Mm. But on the other side of that, don't be afraid if that's you, okay? Just stand solid. Purge it out. You're solid. Remember, your ancestors have your back. Mother Earth's holding you. You're not alone. You're so loved. The universe loves you. It's just the ego that's telling you otherwise because of past experiences. But remember that on the other side of that purge, that release, that purge cycle, you're purging all the old traumas. Things are coming up for you. Things that happened years ago, all these old things. On the other side of that purge is the beauty, is more enlightenment, is more higher state of consciousness. It's, yeah, I can see more through the illusion. Someone standing in front of you, talking to you, trying to pull you into their energy, you can see their chakras now. Shit, that's what I'm saying. You have the ability to see. You walk into a room, you can see this person's aura, you can see that person's aura, you can see this person's shadow, you can see the demons and entities attached to these people. You see what I'm saying? That's why you need stronger boundaries at this time. This is why you need to maintain your energy at this time. Okay? Hi, Kenzie. Shoot the energy and let me know how it. Okay. Do you know anything about planetary alignment, December 21st and so on? Not much out there about it. Well, yeah, because like every December around the 21st, I'm not sure about the planetary alignment actually, no, but we're just coming out of the retrograde now, the Mercury retrograde. So that was pretty intense. Um, but December planetary alignment, let me just sit on it. But yeah, what I do know is the energies are just going to increase. So that's exciting time. So remember, feet on the earth, stay grounded, maintain your energy and protect your energy too. Okay? Protect your energy too. All right? What more can I say? It's exciting times, my friends, okay? But we don't need energy leaks. We don't want energy leaks, okay? Set your goals, okay? Because the more that you heal and release and let go of, then you may want different things in your life. You may want to even change what you had planned to deliver to humanity. You're a healer, but maybe you want to change it up now and change your modality. Maybe you do sound healing. Maybe you want to change it up now and collaborate with others. Whatever it is, that's okay because as within, so without. So whatever's shifting in you, you're welcome, sis. Whatever's shifting within you, things are going to shift. When downloads come to you, what's a download? It's just a knowing. Your intuition, it's an inner knowing. You have an epiphany, it's like a download. You just wake up and you just receive some information. It's called a download. You don't need to, like I've said before, for your own safety, you don't need to go and channel angels and channel spirit and loved ones and all that because, okay, hi Rita, my friend. Because if we're channeling and we're just opening ourselves up, when you channel, let me tell you, when you channel, okay, you're an open vessel. You have a crown chakra. When you're channeling, the information's coming through you. Me as a healer, energy comes from my hands. I don't even have to put my hands on anyone to heal. I can just be in their presence. And as I'm present and maintaining my frequency, that person is receiving the healing just by sitting opposite me or sitting in the other end of the room or sitting on the other side of the world. That's how I work because it's my frequency, you see? So when you're channeling, okay, my frequency is a love frequency from the universe, the creator of all things. But if you're now and you're channeling, who are you channeling? You're bringing that energy into your body. You see what I'm saying? Have a look at all them out there, what they're doing. They're channeling that. And remember, the earth has been corrupted for so long through that snake system, the reptilian, the draconian system. There's a lot of people, a lot of healers out there, a lot of ascension guides out there. That's the energies that they are channeling and passing that to you. So be very careful. That's why I've warned you guys before. Be careful if you're choosing to channel at this time, unless you know what you're doing, unless you really know what you're doing. And even if you do know what you're doing, because everyone, you're on a spiritual journey and you're enhancing more, and yeah, you're realizing shit, you can channel, you can automatic write, you can do all that, but be very careful because how do you know what's coming through you? Okay, spiritual warfare. It's not a joke. It's spiritual warfare. That system out there, the beast system, has wanted your energy and done everything they. What do you think? You walk into the supermarket, walk into the gas stations and all that. Is there food in there? You pulling up on the road trip, pull up here in the van here. What's up there to eat then? There's nothing there to eat because it's just poison in packages. And we're lucky to have a fruit bowl by the counter. That's rare. You walk into the supermarket, you look around. That's another thing. You're holding your frequency through that, witnessing people stuff their trolleys filled with processed foods. It's real sad. And then witnessing people now, they think they're doing the right thing because they got the diet sodas in their trolley. The diet sodas, the artificial sweeteners. Oh, because I'm not going to put on weight and all that now because got an artificial sweetener. The Coke Zero, Pepsi Zero and all that, it's nonsense. Aspartame is what the sweetener is, and that causes cancer. And that shuts down your third eye. Everything was masterminded. They did everything to stunt humanity from remembering. Because if humanity woke up, okay, and ascended, they lose their grip. And this is what this time is about. They're losing their grip. The snake system is over. It's finished. Okay, so pay attention. Because the more inner work you do, you're going to start to see the frequency fences come off. And you're going to start to see and recognize more and more. It wasn't even you the whole time. It wasn't even you. It was the mind, it was the ego, and it was those trauma bond entities that were attached to you, influencing your mind, body, and spirit, influencing your behavior. You think the person out there that is raping people, do you think that is a pure spirit? No. You think the person out there is murdering people is a pure spirit? Tainted. So can he come into your heart now? That's how you cultivate forgiveness, acceptance. The truth will set you free, my friends. The truth will set you free. We don't need a judge. Because the minute you start judging, even when people are acting unconscious around you, the minute you start judging, you're going to leak energy. Why slip? Don't slip. Don't hand away your peace. Make that your goal. How can I maintain my peace today? When you're around others, it may feel a little bit more challenging to maintain your peace, but they're just all beautiful opportunities for you to maintain your peace. Okay, you're sitting there now, you're zen as fuck, you're zen, and then people are acting very unconscious now in your energy, in the same room, in the building, at your workplace, at your gig, whatever. They're acting unconscious. Now you can watch your ego. Watch how your ego wants to just whinge. Watch how your ego wants to complain. Watch how your ego wants to judge them, firstly. Watch how the ego wants to judge them. That's you. You're observing the ego now. Now you ain't even partaking in that energy and you haven't lost frequency. You haven't lost energy. So we all do that. We do that every day. You make that your spiritual practice every day from the moment you rise. Doesn't matter where you go, you're on the road, you're having a road trip, you're working, no matter what, who you're around, whoever. Family, let family be the test, because family are the ones who we sign soul contracts with to help us master our evolution, right? What do you think a lot of us have had difficulties with family members? You know, with our parents, with our siblings, maybe with your kids, things like that, because they're our biggest teachers, you see? The people who hurt you in the past, the ex-husbands, the ex-wives, the people who had hurt you the most in the past, they are your greatest teachers, you see? That's where you get to that point. And you get around to that point like that, your frequency is lit. Yeah? But that's why you maintain that frequency. Once you know, you know. You can't go back. There's moments where you're going to slide into your ego. There's moments where you're going to slide off track. But you get back on track real quick because you've been doing this, because this is what you do. That's what your daily existence is presence. It's in the now moment. And like I said, yesterday's done. There's no point in going back and saying, oh, but if this had happened, that's just a waste of energy just even saying that and even thinking that. That's what I mean. It's the human, the mind, the ego that makes everything so hectic. Why? We don't got to get about like that anymore. It's done. Okay, tomorrow doesn't exist. A situation come up, life gave me a challenge. And here I am now in the head now worrying and stressing and leaking energy and not sleeping. My nervous system's cranked up. Now I want to binge eat some nonsense food and smoke some bud and just have a drink and all that. What? So you can leak more energy? Think about it. We can just breathe here in the present moment, be in this present moment. It is what it is, full surrender. I'm in flow state right now. I'm surrendered. I'm in a surrendered state. It is what it is. When you get to that point, that's how you maintain your frequency. When you're around others that are acting hectic and unconscious and you maintain that frequency, something in them shifts. But sometimes they may get louder, their ego will get louder, they get more cranky and stuff because now their shadows are getting triggered. Their shadows want you. This is how energy works, especially people with shadows, a lot of shadow entities, energies, and their shadow gets louder. You're looking at them, you know it's not even the real them, you just know it's their shadow self, their ego, that's acting up. And you just stay in there present, breathing through it. It will pass. And if it gets too much, too intense, you just, when you walk away and take a breath, then credit yourself, give yourself a pat on the back. Like, yeah, shit, well, good, because I maintain my frequency, right? And that's the goal at this time. Maintain your frequency, my beautiful friends, okay? Thank you, Brian. One love to you. And I'll leave it here for tonight, my beautiful friends. I'm going to go have an early night, I think. Yeah, it's been pretty hectic on my end. I thought, man, it's been about a week and I don't like leaving gaps doing my videos. Hope everyone's well and keep breathing through it, my beautiful friends. Don't fall for any matrix nonsense. I want to push out more agendas and all that sort of stuff. I'm walking around here even. I'm seeing people still wear masks and stuff. But you're seeing all that sort of stuff. Don't judge. Stay in your heart. They're brainwashed. They just haven't awoken to the truth yet. And when they awaken to the truth, that's one chapter. Shit, they still got to wake up to actually their divinity to realize who they are. That's another chapter. Then their dark night of the soul comes. You see what I'm saying? It's all in stages and phases. Some of you here woke up 10 years ago. Some of you here woke up 2 years ago. Some of you woke up, a lot of people woke up in 2020. You see? So you get around like that. You're not going to leak energy. You're respecting everyone else's energy. You're not trying to control other people. That's a big thing as well. It's another thing. Sometimes it may feel hard and challenging because you want people that you love and care about, you want to see them not suffering anymore. You don't want to see them fighting with their mind. You want to see them just flourishing. And that's not the case sometimes. But be careful because that's an energy leak sometimes. So you got to just remember that's where they're at. Pray for them. That's where they're at. Okay? There's no competition. There's no race. Everyone is at where they're at. This is evolution. Some people choose to fast pace their ascension, their evolution. Some people choose to get in and educate themselves. Some people to choose to just meditate and do all that, but some people choose the matrix. So what matters is your energy. Your energy right now is what's serving the earth shift. It's your energy now that's keeping the earth lit. Remember that, my beautiful friends, okay? And I'll see you all very soon. One love to the top, what I'm trying to say. See you soon, my friends. Thanks, Bryant. Another healing live. We'll be on time for class. Oh, you promise. All right, bro. I'll see you on time for the next class. If you guys ever want any, drop me some comments as well. If you guys want any, I'm happy to receive any video suggestions with shadow work and healing or the shift or anything in terms of what I talk about. So yeah, feel free to drop all that. I'd love to deliver what I can. All right. One love, beautiful friend. See you soon, okay? Peace.